Okay, so before we move on, I just want to do a really quick demonstration of sort of a practical use case for the Extrude tool. We looked at the column in the lecture portion, but let's do something a little bit more advanced using the Extrude tool. So for this, we're going to make a simple staircase. So this is just an empty Blender scene. We're going to add a cube. You can use the default cube if you're starting from a new scene. We're going to press 3 to come into right orthographic mode. And now, remembering everything that we discussed about moving pivot points, I want to tab into edit mode before I move this object so that its pivot is at the bottom of the staircase. But before I do that, one more thing that's going to make this a lot easier is by enabling grid snapping. So let's tab into edit mode, and grid snapping, all it does is that when you move, rotate, or scale either the entire mesh or a portion of the mesh, it's going to snap to these grid lines. So it gets really exact. And this is great for modeling like architectural type details. So to enable this, all you have to do is come up here next to our transformation orientation and our transform pivot point. The next option over is the enable grid snap toggle. We can also toggle this on and off by pressing Shift and Tab together on our keyboard. And again, just to turn it off. There's some options that come with grid snapping. We're not going to really mess with too many of these. You can have it not affect a certain transform. By default, it only affects move, so rotate and scale will still be free. We're going to leave it at increment, which basically means it's using these grid lines in the background to snap. We're going to leave absolute grid snap off for a moment. So we're just going to make sure that we're in edit mode. We have everything selected. Snapping is on, and we're going to press G and Z, and you can see this snaps up. Now, a quick note about this snapping is that when you are in perspective mode, you'll see that your grid lines, it only has the major grid lines. It does not have the minor grid lines that divide these. So when you're in perspective mode and you press G to grab, it will only snap to major grid lines. However, if you are in orthographic view, and it doesn't matter if you're in front and you're in top, you're inside, as long as these minor grid lines are appearing, if you're zoomed in enough to see these grid lines, snapping will work on these increments. So you can have something at a 0.5 position between major grid lines, but you have to be in orthographic view to do it. Okay, so we're in edit mode. We moved our cube up, so our pivot's at the bottom. So now let's start actually forming the staircase. So I'm gonna press 3 on the numpad to come into right orthographic. I'm going to, in wireframe view, which again can be accessed up here, I'm just going to box select to select this top face. I'm going to press G and Z just to bring this face down. Let's say about there. Same thing, I'm going to box select, G and then Y to bring it there. So let's make each step roughly this size. So we have our first step here, the ground plane being drawn right here by the y-axis. So this step is 10 units long this way and about 3 units tall. So we're going to use the Extrude tool to create the next step. So in order to do this, we're going to stay in right orthographic. And if this is the front of our stairs where it meets the ground, the next step will be up here. So we're just going to do that by selecting this face. And with snapping on, hitting E for extrude, and you'll see that the extrude tool works with snapping. So we're just going to drag it out the same amount that this is. We're going to grab the top of this face, remembering that extrude has now created two faces on this side, so we can select just this half. We're going to hit E again, and we're going to move it up 3, because this one is 3. So now we have our first 2 steps. So we just want to continue this for as long as we need to make our staircase. Tabbing into edit mode, and now so for the next level, I'm gonna grab both of these faces and press extrude. Drag it out to the grid line, click to drop it, grab just this top one, E to extrude, oops, that was R, I meant E to extrude. Click to place, grab all 3 of these, E to extrude, click to place, and you just have to continue this process for as many times as you need stairs. You'll see that I accidentally had this whole thing selected, and when I hit E, I immediately knew that I had made a mistake, because when I drop this, you'll see these little dots have appeared, and those dots are the indicators of the faces that are running down this side. So once I saw those dots, I said, oh, no good, undo, reselect, extrude. So this is just going to conclude this quick little demo. In the next video, we're going to go over how to delete faces and refill them and join together unconnected vertices.